dára tán ọlájìní èyí rẹ̀sùrẹ̀sù tí ń dáṣà àgbàmọ́lẹ̀ ìjẹ́ ire ni mo kó ire ni mo jírí ire tó róró dórí mi o ire tọrùn ọ̀gbẹ̀rì ọmọ o ire owó ire ọmọ.
ire tó róró dórí mi o ire tọrùn ọ̀gbẹ̀rì ọmọ o.
kọ́kọ́ máa mà kú o káyà máa mà kú o.
tọmọtọmọ kàṣírẹ́ dàlẹ́ o ire tó róró.
àwa ti forogún o adigi alẹ́ yẹn. mo dáké mo dẹ́jẹ́ kò síbi tí mi ò gbé ti lọ ṣòwò èmi á wo bí oríṣi máa gbé mi lọ.
orí wo bí rẹ̀ ẹgbẹ́ mi ẹ̀dá wo bí rẹ̀ ẹgbẹ́ mi gbà o.
mo jí lòwúrọ̀ mo fọwọ́ lórí já orí mi ẹ̀.
One song that I remember from being a member at Adwa Theatre Group back home is this song about, you know, what you are in the beginning supposed to remain with you. I mean, I guess it's about creation. Well, anyway, I'm just going to try to remember to sing the song, and actually I'm doing this. Hopefully my sister Eunice will be able to reflect on the group, because we are both a member at Adwa Grammar School in the Adwa Theatre, and the song that I remember is Ewe ńlá, ewe ńlá mi ò máa nírú wẹ́wẹ́ wò, omi olókun kò máa ní padà domi ọ̀sà o, àwọn òkè ńláńlá wọn kò ní padà dé ògèdè gan, lílọ lílọ là ń bọ́jọ́, bíbọ̀ bíbọ̀ là ń bọ̀ṣù, àní bí mo gbé ń yọrí orí mi o, ibẹ̀ lọ́tà kò lè mọ̀ o, ewé ńlá mi ò ní irú o, ọ̀tá ìgbàgbà ẹ ṣọ́ra o, ọ̀tá òkùnkùn ẹ ṣe o, orí ló mọ bí ẹsẹ̀ mi rè, ẹ bá gbé náà lórí, ẹ bá tẹ̀tẹ̀ mọ́lẹ̀ o, bí kò bá jẹ́ bọ́ níta o, igun àfàwọ̀ sílẹ̀ o. I'm not sure about that section. Alágẹmọ rèé, alágẹmọ elégbèjò, ewé ńlá mi ò ní irú, wọ́n pè wá lálágbé, wọ́n pè wá lóníranù, wọ́n ti wá pàpẹ́, wọ́n ti wá gbàgbé pé kádàrá ò papọ̀ ló dìgbà fún ìgbàlà ayé o, ayé yìí lọ bí òwe, ìrònú ìkòkò ni ó padà, ìgbàgbọ́ wa ò gbà ṣùtì, orí ẹlẹ́gàn ló fọwọ́ yẹn, bí ó bá jí lówùúrọ̀ yára ṣá ẹmu lọ́gbẹ́, tètè ta ògùrọ̀ lọ́fà kò lè rẹ́mu fi ṣara lókè, bó bá dojú alẹ́ ẹni tí ò bá forí gbá kú kò fẹ̀yìn gbá kú mọ́, kò lè joyè aṣáájú ogun, ìforítì pẹ̀lú sùúrù ní pàtàkì lórílẹ̀ ayé. Òrìṣà tó dá ajá kò ní fi rẹ́rù ayé. Òrìṣà tó dá àgbò kò ní fi rẹ́rù ejùmọ̀ alápatà. Ẹlẹ́dàá wa kò ní jẹ́ ara nǹkan tí ó jẹ́ o. Máa ṣe níṣe o, ìwọ òṣìkà ayé o. Máa ṣe níṣe o, ìwọ ọ̀dàlẹ̀ o. Máa ṣe níṣe o, ìwọ òṣìkà ayé o. Máa ṣe níṣe o, ìwọ ọ̀dàlẹ̀ o. I think the meaning of the song to me, or what I get out of the song, is that, you know what, enemy, no matter how long, no matter how they continue to do their wrong intention or wanting to hurt the innocent, it is possible that they will never win. So in a sense, if you continue to do the right thing, I think because of you pressing forward with what you know is right, does prevent you from falling into the trap that was set by the enemy. Because the trap that was set by enemy is for you to do wrong. See, the enemy know you are a right person, you are a good person, you are doing, because what you know, I mean, it's like innocent, what you know is what is good. You only know the good thing, and that's what you know. So what the enemy do is to set the trap. So in a way, if you never deviate from doing what you know is the right cause, is the right thing to do, they can set the trap, but you will most of the time avoid the trap, because you don't know the bad thing, you don't know you don't even know how the enemy know what will trip you, but you don't know. Now, if you continue to do good, because the only thing you are bound to know is doing the right thing, doing the good thing. So because of you focus on what you know, to fall in a trap of doing bad, it's not easy. It's not an easy thing. So that's why the enemy will try many things. Believe me, most of the people that are trying to hurt you, your enemy that are trying to get you to actually fall. Believe me, they go through a whole lot of series of things to trap you. So they actually work hard. Believe me, they work hard to to make you do what is wrong. They really work hard. They do any trick in the picture to make you do the odd, because for some reason the only thing you know is the good thing. So it's like innocent. The innocent usually, that's why they call them a victim, because sometimes actually they usually end up don't even try to trap you. They just use force. So the point of the music is that I think if you do what you know is right and continue with doing what is right, no matter how the other people might try to tell you, but if that's what you know, that's what you know. And I think it's best to maintain what you know. If you maintain what you know as the best course of action, it's difficult to go wrong. I really think it's difficult to go wrong. So, for most of the time, I would say being who you are. Being who you are. Mainly what you know that is right, or the way you are brought up for some reason, unless if you indicate that it is a wrong way. But if the way you are brought up is the right course of looking at things, I think you should continue. And the reason why you have a lot of enemies, it's because you are doing what is right. See, most of the innocent people, they don't, they are, they are not social caliber. They are not. Everybody love them. Many people doesn't love those who are doing good, because if you think about what the Bible said, the reality of life is that devil is in the vicinity. God is high. So in a way, there's more tendency to do bad, to do evil, because the vicinity of the devil and the Satan. So because of that, there's more evil than good. But what I do think is the truth is that doing good no matter what do outweigh doing bad. Because in a way, even though you suffer, because you do suffer, the wicked or the bad people never win. You suffer, but they don't win. So because they do not win, actually the good thing is that you do give them a chance to think, and you give them the chance to change. So like if you are doing what is good, and all these bad people are doing, they are committing their act of wrongdoing, they are hurting you, they are plotting, planning, no matter what, and they did not succeed, you give them a chance to rethink. And to rethink may help them to see, all right, you know what, the right thing prevail. And in that way, you may eventually influence someone to do the right thing. And I think that might be the notion of Christianity. The Christianity have to endure doing what is good in order to allow other people to change. So, I'm not a Christian, so I'm not preaching because I don't know. So I don't really know. It's not about preaching, but I'm just saying that in remembering some of the Nigeria song that I have remembered during my period there, during the time that I feel that life is opposite of what I was brought up to know. I was brought up in a Christian way, doing good, and try your best, be honest, be decent, and love another human being. Treat them the way you want to be treated. And one lesson that I was brought up is that, do you want somebody to lie to you? It's like, no, I don't. That's what my mother, my grandmother, my parents back home in Nigeria, that's what they put in my head. And to me is that lie is, well, I don't want you to lie to me because you confuse me. I don't know what to do. So to me, telling lies is something I cannot do. It just, I don't know. It's just difficult for me to come up with. It's like, then how would how would they know? If indeed I'm lying to them, how would they know what is the problem, or how would they know, it's just something. Then another thing I was learned back home is honesty the best policy. And when I'm thinking about doing the odd, because it seems that in America, even what I learned from America, even in the judiciary system in America, you can lie and get away, because lie helps you to avoid having to face this consequence of your errors. So in a way, if you say no, you did not do it, it's like, well, it's better for you to say I'm not guilty than say I'm sorry. I mean, that's what I learned from my experience. I'm just speaking from my experience in America, that instead of you say that I'm sorry, even because you realize that you may have made mistake, you may have do something that you don't want to do, and you feel sorry about it, instead of them to allow you to say you are sorry, they want you to say, I'm not guilty. until you are proven that you are guilty by them. Oh, how about how about me thinking that maybe I shouldn't have, do something wrong? But now he's a judicial system that, no, that's not for you. You just need to say, I didn't do anything wrong, even though you think it's wrong. I did not do anything wrong. For them to say, okay, we decide whether you are wrong or right. And to me, it's very baffling. It's puzzling. Because I prefer to say, if indeed I feel that I did something wrong, I would prefer to really say, I do think I'm wrong, and whatever I need to do to say I'm sorry, I would prefer that. But they don't want you to say that. They want you to say, no, you are not guilty. You prove me that I'm guilty, and I don't care. And to me, that was a little bit of a cultural differences. A cultural, what do they call it in psychology? Cultural shock. That was a cultural shock to me. I was a little bit shocked about that, are you kidding me? Well, maybe I shouldn't have, do something, but I do maybe out of whatever, maybe out of the moment or out of not realizing the situation or not understanding what the situation is, I react differently. Because normally is somebody attack you, you don't know what to do. Instead of you be calm, you might actually be aggressive, because you are scared and you try to protect yourself, and you might be a little bit aggressive. One example I will give is that one time I was in the public library, and in the Anne Arundel public library at Annapolis, a lady just attacked me and left. And the first thing is like everybody was looking at me like, why do you let her slap you like that? You didn't do anything, because I don't know what to do. And I feel like, oh, I should have slapped her back. But anyway, I will tell you what is so sad about the incident. The police came by trying to say that, oh, the lady accused me that I have some pepper spray, and she think her spray is pepper spray. And thank God, thank Jehovah, that the evidence, I have the people in the library that testified that she didn't do that. You came in, she was sleeping, she was using the computer. You came in and you attacked her, and she attacked me because she said I was fooling around with her boyfriend, which I don't know who that person is, and I'm thinking, who's your boyfriend? But anyway, it's just an example of a cultural shock in the difference between what I grew up to believe and what I experienced in America. But anyway, I'm just remember the song that in a way, if you keep doing the right thing, continue doing so, even though the culture is different. Even though the culture is different, because I think most of the mistake that many foreigners, especially those come from Nigeria, is trying to blend in to American culture, and then they realize that blending into American culture actually make them more devious, because now they are lost in the in-between of who they are from being an African person and what they have to adopt, and then that become a struggle. And for me, what I'm trying to do is still a struggle. It's not easy. Is to say, okay, I'm going to maintain what I know, how I was brought up, where I'm adopting some American way. I want it to be a blend, not to be a deviation or a shade. I want to be an American, but I'm not going to forgo who I am as a Nigerian. I mean, that's me. And what I wish for is to be able to blend Nigeria of me and America that I was exposed to. So I want to blend the origin with the exposure. And that's what I want to be. To me, in a way, I respect this country, but some beliefs of this country I really don't really think is beneficial, or for me it's going to be against my belief of what I know, and it does insult my decency, you know. My decency is not to deny the truth. But here is you go to the court, whether you are guilty or not, the first thing they want you to do is to say, I didn't do it. I'm not guilty. And it's up to you to do whatever you want to do. How about, I am sorry because I feel that I may have done something wrong. But that's not the way it works. And to me, it's like, all right, you don't even give these people a notion to rethink, but to just deny everything. So deny seem to be American culture, whereas in Nigeria is that telling the truth, people know what is true, and it depends on them to forgive you, let it go, and make a judgment about what they want to do and what not to do. But at least we know what happened. But here is in America is that you deny what happened, so we don't know what is happening. We don't know the truth, and we're just going to decide that whether you tell the truth or not. We're going to let you go. We're not going to let you go. That depends on us. So it's like, it's not your life, it's the life of the judiciary system. It's like, okay. How about me? Where's my senses? You know, where's me in this notion? What went wrong with my senses of being? Know what I did and know what I did not do. Because in America, is that you don't say that you did it. You said, no, I don't. I'm not guilty, honey. Even though, even though the truth is like, are you blind? Can't you see that I'm... Sometimes, believe me, I wonder about the judiciary system that, don't you know the truth? Don't you see? Are you blind? And here's them that now at one point my mental thinking was, what the heck? It's like, okay, you know the truth, you know what happened, but you are telling this person to deny what happened because that's how the system works. And one time I was debating with my cousin, said, well, what is good about Americans is that you are innocent until proven guilty. And to me, I just, you know what? Maybe it's good for you, for those who want to commit crime, for those who are brought up in a criminal sequence. That to me that's a criminal justice. So it's a criminal justice that catch me if you can. Or you know what? I said I didn't do it. Just leave me alone. Whether I do it or not, whether my conscience condemn me or not, whether my conscience is telling me what. You know what? You told me not I want to. You told me I can plead not guilty. Even though I'm guilty. You know what I mean? So it's like you don't even have your sense of being. Because like the judiciary system is for you to plead not guilty for them to have a case. And I believe me, I was at one point about the judiciary system, I was a little bit like, what the heck? I don't know. I thought I was brought up to, the truth will set you free. An American believe that the truth will set you free. But if you believe that the truth will set you free, why do you want somebody to lie at first? So it's like, God help me, I don't know. God help me, I don't know. So it's like, I don't know. I'm just telling my experience of what I consider as a cultural shock from being in Nigeria, coming to America is not, the cultural shock was a little bit difficult because it's like, I thought we are brought up that doing good is what allow you to go beyond, to do better, to do great things because you're a good person. And to me right here is that the criminals seem to be the one that be valued. Because the criminal, because of not having conscience, can commit a crime and become rich. They can rob the innocent people as long as they deny it to become a rich man. I'm not saying, help me, I'm just giving an example of many of the rich people. I believe many of them take advantage or in some senses, even maybe rob the innocent people. It might be what they call the white crime, or the white crime that you treat the victim, to think you are helping them to rob them, because those are the notion of the is that the white crime or blue crime? I don't even know. The white crime. The notion of the white crime is that you trick the people to believe in you to rob them, not directly that you attack them or use a force, but you trick them to rob them. So that's the notion of the white crime, and many of the white crime get away with it. So I wish I can write a book about my experience in America, or what I know from growing up in Nigeria and what I experienced in America. It would be an interesting thing, and I think that if I have the means to write about it one day, I would really love to. I would really love to write about my experience. Some of them is difficult, it's a struggle, and some of them is not really pleasant, because it's telling about what you were brought up to believe in, especially about America. One thing about the USA, I remember growing up in Nigeria, how they say America is a great country, and one thing they put in you is they believe in God. That's where Jesus come from. That's why all this God, the notion of good God, the notion of you should not lie, the notion of you should tell the truth. The Christianity is the Western culture, and to come to America to learn the opposite, it was a cultural shock. They believe in God, but in a way, in this country, lying is, is deny the reality, or deny the truth, or whichever they put it. To me, the judiciary system is a little bit chaotic. So in a way, well, I don't know, because I really never experienced other state, but the one that experienced in Maryland, whew. I just thank God I did not lose all my senses. That's what I would put it. That in a way that God helped me, and helped me to keep my notion that there's a God, and this is what God said. Because my belief in saying that you can pray to God is one song in Nigeria said, one song I remember when I was going through the earth is ọ̀rọ̀ tí mo bá ráyè sọ léyìí bírí ọ̀rọ̀ tí mo bẹ́nìyàn sọ léyẹ bẹ̀rẹ̀ máa kúnlẹ̀ máa gbàdúrà máa bẹ̀lẹ̀ dá mi sọ̀rọ̀. That was one of the songs that kept playing in my mind when I was going through. It was difficult time, or hard time, I would put it. That, okay, they said, Kunle, Bọ́lọ́run rẹ sọ̀rọ̀ pọ̀ means prayer. So the only thing I rely on is praying. I don't go to church because I don't even know what to believe in. At that particular time, I was trying to go back to being a Jehovah's Witnesses, which I attended a few times with my daughter. But the only thing I just rely on is praying. Just wake up in the morning, and when the pain hit me, I cry and I say, God help me. And I think that's how I'm, with whatever come about, That's how I was able to go through that period. Until now, I'm still doing in a way the same thing, but I wish I'm praying more. I wish I'm praying more and thank God more, because indeed, with help of God, I'm still here, and I'm still able to, say, okay, uh, I'm still me. I'm still me, and I haven't go in the way that I don't want to find myself. I don't want to find myself in the way that I'm living with a conscience that all what is inside me is emptiness of lying, cheating, deceiving, carnival, the emptiness of devious act. And I thank God that I don't have that. And I will continue to pray, God, I don't want that in my life. I want a life that I can reflect and say, thank you, God, I learned a lesson and I was able to make a change. And help me to continue in the wisdom of what is right. What I want is wisdom of righteousness. And hopefully in the future, if I have the opportunity to write a book, I would like to help others in a way that when they are telling you something, find out the fact. I know it would be difficult to know more about American or USA until you come to USA, but also in this age that we have the internet, do the research on yourself. All the polarizing of America, that is a great country, that is a country where you will be able to accomplish having your dream come true, all these things, where it could be, but believe me, it's with sacrifice. Yes, you could have your dream come true, but it's at a great sacrifice. When I mean at a great sacrifice, you are lucky if you did not lose your life. So that's one thing I want to let you know. When I said that you can achieve American dream only by luck if you did not lose your life. Because before you get there, they make sure you don't get there. So, as many foreigners that I have encountered in school and everything, I've seen some of them that just, my heart really was bleeding in a way that I felt I was lucky. And these people thinking that they come to achieve the dream, they come to be a better human, they come to learn how to be a better person in America, and they find themselves in what they wish what they cannot even take back home. Because what they end up doing is being a drug addict, selling drugs, do all the bad things to survive. Now, because that only means the Americans show them they can survive. Because here you're a foreigner, you are not a citizen, you can barely get a job because nobody will hire you. So the only job you can have is this illegal job like selling drugs to make money, because you are not a citizen, you are a foreigner. So the only thing is for the American who really have the means to make it, who already have the legalization to be a drug dealer. Now they use you to sell the drug and go to jail for them. And many young Africans have found themselves in a odd situation. It's like if anybody of my family asks me, "Oh, I want to come to America, will you encourage me?" Probably I will not, because it's not what it's cracked to be. And indeed, if you are going to make it, you better you need God beyond. You need God beyond you, and you need all the strength that God can allow you. So, in a way, my advice is that check it out, go beyond, and do the best you can. Because in the picture they're selling home It's a wrong picture. It's a total wrong picture. It's a false picture, by the way. That's the way I would put it. It's a false picture of what USA is, because they are not, all the crap that they're good, they are doing this, they help you. They help you to be successful. It's a false. They don't help you to be successful. They enslave you. They don't help you to be successful. They enslave you. So if you don't want to end up going back in the olden days to become a slave, if you are lucky, because right now if they enslave you, they won't give you freedom, so they just get rid of you. And that's the truth. And all the nonsense that come along with it as this and that, I'm not saying America is not a great country, but it's at the cost of your life. For a foreigner, is at the cost of your life, and weigh the pros and cons. Is it best for you to be where you belong, where you know that no matter what you did, people know here is your home, in a place that you will never even make it, even though if you have the ability, as you have the ability to make it, because you're intelligent, you are smart, you know all the, you are a great person. Even though if you have the ability, the fact that you are not from here is a disadvantage, because you never given a chance to make it. Americans have the chance to make it. This is their land. Foreigner, you don't give that chance. So it's a struggle, it's a battle, and you really have to have God to help you. That's my belief. You need God to help you, because America is not for a foreigner to come here and be successful. Period. No American wants you to come here to be successful or in a way equal to them. I'm telling you the truth. They don't even want you to be equal to them. America doesn't even want you to be equal to them if you're a foreigner. So as a foreigner, if you think you will ever come to America to be somebody, please forget it. Because no American wants you to be equal to them as a foreigner. No one. They don't. They will always be looking at you as less of themselves, less equal, or this is a foreigner. So you will never have the ability, no matter what ability you have, that's what I'm trying to say, no matter what ability that you have, even though it's better than any American, even though it's greater than any American, you will never be given equal to be an American, because you are not American, you are a foreigner. In a way, I just wish one day I will write a book, and I would love to. I think I would like to. I just think I like to write the history of experience. I mean, personally, what I experienced or what I think. I would like to tell the tale of two nations, or the nation of being from Nigeria and the experience of being America. So, in a way, I would like to write a book one day. If I ever get the chance, no matter what I become, I would like to write about the way I was brought up, the transition to American, and the experience in America, and what I think is the difference, which I think I already mentioned some of the things that I believe is really, it's a cultural shock for me, that all I experience as a cultural shock. One of the examples is that I remember coming to America, and that if you ever get a chance that a white person love you, it's like you have all the right to respect him, to do everything, because when they say they love, they truly love. But they love you to make a point. I don't know what to say. They love you to make a point. It's different from to love you for who you are. You see a racial marriage, which is connection to make a point, either for being rebellious or to make a change or to dictate otherwise. And it's not an easy thing. So it's like, yes, I'm proud that a white man find me attractive or want to love me or want to cherish me, but they don't cherish you because that was not really there. I mean, I didn't experience that in my experience. I'm talking for myself because I believe there might be some people that actually is, you know, is it may be the truth that they had dictate, your heart dictate, not the point, not the society dictate. It's your heart that strike you to love someone, not because the society dictate that you should what do they call it when assimilation, whatever they call the terminology, not for the assimilation purposes, not for the psychology interchange, you know, carnival or all this, not for assimilation, but for the purpose that it's your heart, that it's your heart that make you do what you did. It's your heart your heart is the force. Anyway, just a little bit of saying something. Thank you.